Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It is Rachel here, and it's also Monday, so happy Monday, guys. I hope that you all are having a great day. We are here, and Becca is here, and I'm sorry we were a little bit late. We were so busy filming today, Becca.
We were.
Well, I say we, it was Becca. Becca was doing the hard stuff. I was doing the easy stuff.
Guys, it was hard today. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Hard.
That's okay. We learned a lot. We got through it. It's going to be great. We love it, you know? So, let us know where you guys are visiting from. I see you are already doing that, so thank you all so much. I see Florida, South Carolina, Texas, Wyoming, Indiana. I see people, Philadelphia.
Illinois, yeah.
I see people from everywhere. Well, hello, guys. I hope that you all are having a fantastic day. Tanner and Courtney are still gone to Mexico. They're having a blast. They're coming back, I think, late tomorrow night. So you guys should see them. Tanner should be here for the live stream on Wednesday. You guys can ask him all your Mexico questions. But guys, today we're going to be making a really fun, where's my project? I don't even know where I put it. It's somewhere.
Oh, here it is.
Becca's got, Becca, like a frisbee. Just throw it, Becca. Thank you. Hey guys, here's their finished project. I knew I was missing something on the table. Thank you so much, Becca.
So sorry about that.
No, sorry. My bad, guys. Could have got the finished project. This is what we're making today. It's really cute. It's this little embroidery hoop home decor, and we're using a new font today.
Woo.
And a cut file that I've never used before, so I'm excited to use it. And we're going to be curving text today because we have a lot of questions about curving text. There's a lot of Cricut newbies in the house, so if you're a newbie, raise your hand. Let us know you are here. Ask any and all questions that you have in the live streams, guys. That's what these live streams are for. It's for you guys to ask questions and get answers. So whether it's Design Space, about the project, about the membership, about anything, let us know, because we do have an amazing membership. And we love to tell you guys about it, because we wish that everyone have a membership. Because if you guys have a Cricut, or really any die cutting machine, it could be a Brother Scan and Cut, a Silhouette Cameo, any die cutting machine that works with SVG and PNG cut files can be used with their membership, guys. We have over 1,700 digital cut files, over 250 fonts, free commercial licensing, printable guides, and so much more. So feel free to ask anything about that and let us know what questions you guys have. But
we have lots of newbies here.
Really?
Elena,
Hi, guys.
Valerie, June, Colleen.
Hi, guys. Ask all the questions. Ask any questions that you have. Let me know if there is anything that we could help you with. We love answering questions, especially newbie questions.
Carol said, even though I'm a newbie, I shared my few skills with my niece yesterday. I think I have made or created a new maker.
Ooh,
I love it.
Yes, influence, guys. Influence everybody. Absolutely. Mary Ann, yes, we are all praying for Australia and the wildfires. That hits close to home here. We had a big, bad wildfire. Was it last year in Pigeon Forge? Where was the Sevierville?
It may have been 2 years ago.
It might have been 2 years ago. It ravaged through a ton of the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
They had to evacuate our aquarium. I mean, it was terrible. They had to evacuate a ton of stuff, but the aquarium was a huge one because it's an aquarium. They had to leave all the animals. It broke my heart. But guys, we're rebuilding. Australia will too. We are praying for all the families and everything like that. I'm excited to learn about curving text today. Pauline, we're excited to teach you. It's very simple. Becca's got some tips. I've got some tips. We're going to answer any questions, give you guys all the tea that we can about curving text, because there is some tricky things that you guys definitely need to know about curving text, especially to prepare you for curving text, because you could definitely easily have a craft fail, and we don't want any of that. Karen said, Rachel, I tried the peppermint shake from Chick-fil-A. Loved it. Karen, those are my favorite. They're only here through the holidays. I think they're still here now.
I've had one.
Becca, they're if you like peppermint at all, if you like minty
love
things,
yeah.
I love peppermint. It's a peppermint chocolate chip milkshake. Oh, Becca. Oh, it's so good.
Stuff,
I've probably had 20, but hey, that's okay.
Mary Ann Price said, I can't even get to Design Space. Mary Ann, are you using a laptop, or are you using a tablet, or what are you using? And hopefully we can help you figure that out.
Yeah, let us know. Absolutely, let us know.
Okay. Newbie, I'm afraid that once I start, I won't stop. Martha, you won't.
You won't. It's an addiction.
The more you do, the more you want to do.
And the more that you learn, the more that you see you're capable of doing. That's what we're here for at Makers Gonna Learn. We want to make sure that you guys are always leveling up, always making sure that you guys, can be able to craft the best of your ability. So the membership is catered perfectly for beginners as well as advanced cricketers. But we have so many little options for newbies, like this Cricut printable guide with so much stuff in it. We have guides on how to download things, how to upload things, how to create different projects. We have full project tutorials. We have all kinds of stuff for the membership that newbies will absolutely adore. And newbies need to know all this stuff. They need to know everything, because this is an investment, guys, and we want you guys to invest in us just like you invested in your machine, because we invest in you and we want to make you be able to know this machine like a back of your hand. So if you do get a yearly membership with us, which is our most popular tier, it is our the least expensive tier that we have, and all you guys have to do is pay it for 1 year, and then you can craft for a whole year with all the perks and not have to think about it. Along with that is 3 e-courses, guys. If you're a newbie, listen up, because those e-courses that become free with your yearly membership help you master your machine, design space, and then the third one is how to build a business through die cutting. You can use that. You don't have to if you don't want to build a business, but if you do, you can use that and use the complementing free commercial license, which is very rare for a membership like this to have a commercial use license. Usually they're personal use, meaning you can give those to friends and family and things like that, but not sell them for profit. But with our membership, you actually, if you have a yearly membership, you can sell what you make using our cut files and fonts for profit, which is awesome.
We do have a couple of questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
June said, we don't have butcher's paper for infusible ink. Can you suggest something else?
Gosh, guys, I have heard that parchment is not the same. There is something in butcher's paper. I guess if you ran out, now it does come with it, and let me tell you this, make sure that you reuse it. If there's no big stains or I guess big marks or cuts or anything in it, reuse it. You don't want to throw that out after every use, because you totally can reuse butcher's paper. But I do a little bit of research. I really don't want to tell you the wrong thing. You know, I would maybe do like some cardstock or maybe 2 layers of parchment paper. I don't really know. Not wax paper, of course, not anything like that. Do a little bit of research, because I'm sure there's some little craft hacks out there.
Kimberly said, I was finishing one of my puzzles from the pro course and I went to cut the picture. The board was already cut. It charged me $1.99. I paid and it didn't do anything. Kimberly, I'm not really sure what you're asking.
Kimberly, oh no.
Yeah, if you want to submit that question to our customer service, hi@makersgonnalearn.com, they can help you for sure.
Yeah, and Kimberly, you're an OG, so let me know what's going on. I mean, I hate that you're having issues, girl. Yeah, let us know. We'd like to help you out, because that's bad.
Linda says, I have a Cricut Explorer 2. Not sure if I should purchase a Cricut Maker. So, Linda, what
question.
do you think that the Maker does that the Explorer does not, that
for
you would be interested in using?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, if you're wanting to do, thicker felts, or use a rotary blade for material, or cut wood, or thicker leathers, then yes, the Maker is definitely for you.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. It's a great machine. It's a great investment. But I mean, just like Becca said, if it's not something you're interested in, if you're not interested in cutting any of that, if you love making cards and making t-shirts with HTV and just cutting infusible ink and things like that, there's really nothing to see here. The only difference between this machine and that machine is the adaptive tool system, and it can cut, of course, different things with that adaptive tool system, but it just really depends on what you want. We're easy to say the Maker's the best, so get it, but we're not trying to sell you on the Maker, so we want to let you know that it just completely depends on your crafting, because we're all different.
So Marianne said she is using a laptop, and that's what she can't get on Design Space with. So Marianne, all you have to do is open your internet web browser. So Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Internet Explorer, any of those browsers, and just type in design.cricut.com.
Yes, ma'am.
And it takes you right to Design Space.
Take you there. And Design Space is free. You do not have to have Cricut access to use the Cricut Design Space. So that's great as well.
Miss Mary Ann asked, how did you bind your Cricut guide?
Good question. So this guy here, you guys get this with any membership tier along with a ton of other amazing guides, and we have this one bind and laminated, which is cool. So we actually went to our local UPS packing store, but you guys can do this at Office Max, Staples. You can do it at home if you have a laminator. You could get a 3-ring binder and just punch holes in it. You could put these in sheet protectors and put them in a binder, or you can leave them digital. I mean, if you have your phone while you're crafting, leave them digital if you want to. Really, whatever works. And don't feel inclined to do this in color if you guys don't have a color printer. Just do whatever you would like to do. But I don't know if Tanner or I would recommend taking it to UPS. It was quite expensive to do this, but I'm sure you could find it cheaper.
Yeah, like Rick's, it's Miss Toffoletto from Morristown. I think Rick's copies would probably be even cheaper.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure it would be.
I would think.
Yeah. Go to Rick's, Marianne, if you're here in Morristown.
There is a question, can you pay monthly for a membership?
Good question. Yes, you absolutely can. We have monthly, 6-month, and yearly options. So the only difference between the tiers is that only yearly members get access to those 3 free e-courses that help you master your machine, design space, and build a business. Only yearly members get access to fonts, okay? And they only get access to that free commercial license. Our monthly and 6-month get the printable guides, access to the members only Facebook group, and all of the cut files that we release, all our backed library, and then all the ones that we'll release for that month or the 6-month, whatever tier that you choose. So that is something to think about. You do get less as a monthly or 6-month member, and you are paying more for it. You do get 3 months free. You pay less for the yearly membership because you're investing. You invest in us, we invest in you guys, and give you the e-courses, the commercial license, and the use for the fonts, which is awesome. That's a good question, though.
So there's some questions. Is freezer paper the same as butcher? And no, it is not. Butcher paper is more of a, not flimsy, but it is a thinner paper, and freezer paper has that coating on it.
Yeah, you don't want
almost like a waxy coating on
it. Because we use it for projects, and it kind of like adheres to things temporarily. So, they're not the same for sure. So definitely make sure that you're careful. I would honestly hold off until you get butcher's paper because infusible ink is expensive. The shirts you use it may be expensive. We want to eliminate all the variables for a craft fail for you. So maybe Amazon Prime it and try it again for sure. Okay, you guys are asking good questions already.
Yeah, I think we got all of them though.
Yeah?
I think, yeah.
Yeah? What's the difference?
Yeah, we just said that one.
Between the
yeah.
Okay. Yay. Okay. Well, guys, continue asking your questions. These are amazing questions. I'm going to go through the supplies that we have, and then I'm going to walk you guys through the design space tutorial to make this guy. And again, I'll show you guys for everybody that just tuned in. This is what we're making today. It's an adorable little embroidery hoop wreath home decor little item here. We're using black HTV on this. It's going to be really cute. We have a lot of tips and tricks about curving text and design space and how to exactly get the fabric on here just so and things like that. So to get started, we're going to be using...
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Cut me off.
Miss Leslie said, if I buy your membership, do I still need to subscribe to Cricut?
Good question. Okay. You do not. Okay. So Cricut Design Space, so the software you use to create, your projects, is free to use. But Cricut Access, you do have to pay for. You do not have to have Cricut Access to have Maker's Gonna Learn. They're 2 completely separate entities. So yeah, you do not have to purchase anything from Cricut except your machine, of course, to be able to use Maker's Gonna Learn. Absolutely. Is that it?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Now you can do your...
No, you cut me off. We're here to answer questions, Becca. So the first thing that we're going to be using, of course, is HTV. So this is just a big piece of black HTV. If you guys love this, we have a gigantic roll of it from 651 Vinyl. This is Caesar Easy Weed. We love buying it in bulk. Their prices are ridiculously hard to beat. Yeah. Okay, they're incredible,
and you can buy it in a massive quantity too.
I think we bought, I'm not even joking, I think we bought 10 yards of vinyl, just black vinyl, for like $15. So tell me how I can beat that. You can't. And then we also have this fabric, which I'm pretty sure might have been a shower curtain at one time. I don't know, it's hemmed and everything. Maybe a curtain. It's something.
I love that material,
it's cool.
Though.
So it's like this gray, it looks like my couch at home, which I'm cool with, So we're going to be using this. And then we have an 8-inch embroidery hoop here. Use whatever size you want. Size, does not matter here. It could be little bitty. You can make it big. What I will say is, with these very thin lines here, you want to try and stay a bit on the bigger side. You don't want to be doing a 4-inch, a 5-inch embroidery hoop on this guy because he will be tiny. And these are very thin lines. Both the font and the cut file are thin. And then, okay, I have a t-shirt because I'm going to give a little hacky hack here, okay? Because Rachel is not a perfectionist, so I'm going to throw a little hack your way. So have a terry cloth towel, a hand towel from your bathroom, a t-shirt, anything that you're not using. We're using Peanut here, our baby little mini easy press mat, of course, and then we have some scissors and little assortment here. We're using our pin tool, and the standard grip mat is all that we need. So have I missed anything? I don't think so.
No, Marianne says Cricut phone number, please. Marianne, we're actually not affiliated with Cricut, so
not.
I'm not sure. But you can just look on Cricut's website and contact them. I don't know that there is a phone number to actually contact. Is there for customer support? I've never done it. I have no idea.
I've never done it either. I hate talking on the phone. I get such anxiety about it. I don't even like to order pizzas, guys.
There's definitely links for email support, I know.
Yeah, for sure. But maybe call. It depends on what you're doing that day. If you don't want an answer super quick, maybe email. If you want it ASAP, call them, see what you can have done there. But yeah, so that is all that we're gonna need, guys. If we don't have any other questions, we can move on right in Design Space and show you guys what we've got going over there. So I'm gonna turn my little keyboard on here, and I've got some tips and tricks to show you. So does Becca, so I'm excited. You excited, Becca?
Sure am.
Sure am. So here's our finished product here, and this kind of looks very similar to the one that we have because we have popped a lot of things in here to help us be able to visualize how this is going to look when it's finished. So definitely, again, ask all the questions you have. This is a great place to do it. So here's what's happening first. I'm going to tell you about the cut file, tell you about the font we're using. This is a new font, okay? This is called Monkey Say, and it's really cute. And then this is also a newer cut file. So if we go over here, this is just called Pinky Promise, and I love that this is named this because instead of typing in hands or this or that, it is a Pinky Promise. So that's where you can find that. And then we're also going to go up here to our fonts, and I'm going to show you guys what this font looks like because I'm going to go over here, get a good look at this font, okay? And it's not going to look the same in Designs or on the membership site, and I'll tell you why. So if you go over here, type in Monkey. And then here you can see Monkey Say. And look at this. So you see these little curly Q's on the E and the K and the O here, how beautiful that is. And when we go over here in Design Space, you can see we don't see that. It is because whether you have your caps lock on or off will determine how you see this font, which is, in my opinion, amazing. It's like two fonts in one.
So is the lowercase without
I think I think the lowercase doesn't have these little cute curly Q's. Like this word say, you don't see any here. And then monkey, you see it because maybe it's in all caps. You can see these little curly Q's. So it is like two fonts in one. You can get it a little quirkier, or you can have it a little bit simpler and straighter, which is awesome. So this is one of those hidden gem fonts, guys, that you can really have this whatever way you want it, which is awesome. And okay, let me see if I've missed anything. What is the butcher paper for? Barbara, the butcher paper, we had a question early in the show about infusible ink, and you just have to have that as a protectant for infusible ink. We do not need that today, of course. Okay, and then let's see. Wes. Let me see here. Oh no, Wes, I hate to hear that. I personally don't know, Wes. I hate to tell you that. I did personally ship out a lot of other ones, but the Apple products I do not ship out. I ship out the printers and the gift cards and things like that. But I'm so sorry. I do not know if that got to you or not.
I'm gonna make a note of it actually and talk to customer service and see if they can just reach out to you, find your email and reply to you for sure.
Yeah.
So let me make a note of that.
Thank you so much.
We'll
Becca.
look into it.
Yeah. So once you've downloaded that cut file in that font, it will show up here. Word to the wise guys, if you have this here and you have this design, then you go to find your text and you don't have it. So you go up here and you download it and you expect it to be here. It's not going to be there. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to save your project and hit the little refresh button every time you upload a new font while you're designing in Design Space. So make sure you save your project first just in case, but just make sure that you do know that, because if you download a font and you get on here and you try to use it and it's not here, it's not your fault, it's Cricut's fault. It doesn't know that you have uploaded one, so that's a great little tip there as well. So you guys just let me know if there's any other questions that you have not pertaining to Tanner and Courtney, because I have absolutely no idea. But y'all are cute, and we can always hope, because I would
We
love
have
that.
not heard anything.
We have not, and we're not lying to you. We would never do that. You guys know that you guys are part of our family as well, so you'll probably know when we know, honestly.
Oh, that better not be true.
Well, listen, who knows?
But it probably is. He'd probably do a live or something.
I'm like, from Mexico. We'd all find out together. But, okay, so the next thing that is my biggest tip to do is to go into Design Space here, grab a shape, and since we're using a embroidery hoop, it's a perfect circle, which yay. And then all we're going to do is we're going to go up here. Now, you can change the size in several different ways. So you can change the size from up here, or you can change the size from right here. So you can drag it, or you can go up here and select it and then type in what you want. So I want mine to be 8 inches. And I'm going to stop and answer any questions here. I see one.
Is there a way to curve text on DS app?
I don't think so. On your phone or your iPad?
Or the desktop app that they're developing?
I would definitely hope that you could do that on the desktop version.
Well, yeah. I mean, if
the
they're
app.
getting rid of Design Space for like web browser,
Yeah.
then they're gonna have to.
Yeah, definitely. But if you're talking about a phone, tablet, or something like that, I do not think you can curve text.
You
correct?
can't. But I did have a follower in our Instagram group. I'm trying to pull it up right now. She tagged me in a post. There's an app that you can download to curve text on your phone.
Oh, so we might could hack it up, guys.
Yeah.
Which would
here
be
it is.
nice.
Let's see. She said it was called Fonto. Phonto.
Okay, Fonto.
I've never used it. She said that's what she uses.
Okay, so Miss Heather, try Fonto. That would be a great thing to try. Okay, so if we don't have any other questions, definitely let me know. What I'm going to do next is change this color to gray, because we have sized this the exact size that we need it here, okay? So you can see the finished one over here. This is what we're working on. It's gray just like our fabric. So after that, I'm going to go and I'm going to upload our Design Space, our little
Pinky promise.
Oh, Pinky Promise here, yeah. But what I'm going to do, because I forgot that we're on the mouse one, so you guys can see my mouse, meaning I cannot download anything, so I'm sorry for that. But I'm just going to duplicate that then, okay? So what you do is you just go to your uploads and click Upload Image, and then you would just slap it right there. But where we can't do that today, I'm just going to duplicate it here in Design Space. And now we have to size it to fit here. So the big thing about this is, because I love that this is here, because you can see how big you need it. It's not like a guessing game where you're taking your measuring tape out every 5 minutes and saying, okay, well, 2 inches, that's not as big. Because if this wasn't here, and we were just working with what we've got, and we try to mentally know that it's 8 inches. We don't really know how good it looks or something like that. We don't want to, start really messing it up. So with this here, it's just like a great little guide here to know that we will do this and do it properly. So any way that you can bring your visuals in Design Space, please do it. T-shirts, of course, are a little hard. There are some things that you can pull in from Design Space to help with that. But if you're doing any kind of frame, any square frame, anything like that, definitely use this little tip, because it is a great tip. Let's see. Does the maker have a name? I know. Oh, Mary. We do name all of our easy presses. We do. For some reason, we don't name our makers. I don't know why. Maybe we should name our makers. I don't know. KB, how do you curve the whole word or sentence in current Design Space? So, KB, you have come to the right place, because we're going to be showing you how to do that today. So, this is what we're doing. We're just going to size this, guys. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to play around with it as we play around with our text as well. So, now we're going to go to our text here, create a text box. I'm going to go up. I might be going too fast, okay? I'm going to go to my left-hand sidebar and click text. And once you have a text box, we're going to go up here to font. It says Cricut Sans or whatever it said. and we're going to go to System. System Fonts is where all the fonts will be. And why isn't it clicking? There we go. System Fonts is going to be where all of the fonts are that you download from Maker's Gonna Learn. So it's a lot easier than searching in all. You can search. Now it won't let me click again. You can search in System. Ugh. Design Space, guys, today has been a booger. And then you can scroll through all of them, but my favorite thing in the world to do is just to search it. So I'm just going to search monkey. And then we have a chunky monkey here, and then we have monkey say. So we're going to bring this in. And guys, another thing, you guys know I love to do one word per text box. We're not going to do that today because we're going to be curving this text.
That would be a nightmare.
That would be a nightmare. So I'm going to type out Rach and Court. And you can see there's already fantastic spacing. Oh, look at me go here. There's already fantastic spacing between, let me easily scroll. When I say easily, I mean as hard as I possibly can. Clearly. You can see there's already beautiful spacing between these words. I love the spacing. This is going to be perfect to be able to curve. And I'm going to go grab another text box. Friends forever. So we can't do one word per text box, which you guys know is one of my favorite rules ever, just because it would be a lot harder to create in this way. Because we are curving text. So the way that you curve text, it's really, really easily. All you do is you go up here, and once you select what you want, there's a little curve right here. So up at the top, you know, they're right next to your fonts, there's letter spacing, line spacing, alignment, advance, and curve. So you can turn your curve here, or you can manually do it. So you can do, I don't know what I would do. Becca would name something out. I don't know, like.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. We'll just use this toggle here. You know, I'm just going to do, see, if I do like 0.5, that's what it does.
That's,
you know?
1.5.
Well, oh, I meant to do 0.5.
It corrects
Oh,
it.
it auto corrects it. Well, that's dumb. No wonder. I didn't want to use that anyways.
I've actually never curved and put it in that way because I have no idea, like, what is it based off of?
I have no idea, to be quite honest.
Somebody wants to know if you can show them what the font looks like in caps.
Absolutely. So I did show you guys right here. That is what it'll look like, caps. But if you want it in Design Space, I can do that. There you go. Looky there.
Okay, so the lowercase is the one with the cute ends. And the uppercase
Correct.
doesn't have the curly.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah. I knew it was one or the other. I don't know. Okay, Marianne, good question. Why do you prefer texting one word at a time? So, Marianne, I love to do that because whenever I'm working with words and phrases and maybe larger quotes and things like that, especially when they're in a script font, it is a lot easier for me personally to deal with one word at a time rather than typing it all out. Ungrouping it, placing them together, grouping them all. I like to work one word at a time anyways. It keeps me from being overwhelmed as a crafter or as a person. So I just like to work with one word per text box. But you can't do that when you curve text. What you also cannot do, guys, is unfortunately, if we had this friends and then we wanted to do forever. So like if we want to do it in a different text box. So I'll give you guys a visual representation of what I was talking about. If you wanted it like this, okay, and you don't like that there's so much space, if you want to make it closer, then, okay, we're going to take that, then we're going to attach it. Well, guess what? After you attach it, oh my gosh, Becca, after you attach it, whoa, why is it showing it's able to be curved?
No, that's rotate. It's
Oh,
rotate
oh yeah, okay, thank goodness. Okay, I was about to say, well, I'm dumb. Okay, yes, I am correct. After you attach it, guys, if you get it how you want it, you cannot curve text anymore. Whereas if we switched up here, look, it pops right up for us. Thank goodness. So if you click that, it goes away. You click Rach and Court, you can curve again. So that is just kind of like a foolproof way to know. So definitely make sure that you do all the words per text box that you do want to curve. So if you guys are on the fence about it, it's really easy, but you can only do it in on desktop as far as we know. So we're going to go over here to curve, and I'm using this toggle thing because I'm not fooling with that over there, that 0. So I'm just going to take it and very slowly start to curve, and you can see it just kind of come together, and I think it looks really cute. So I'm going to stop about right there, and it looks like we're at 8.84, And that's adorable. So now you kind of can do this all at once if you want. Okay. This is giving me so much trouble.
Right. It did that Friday to me too.
Ugh. So then I don't want to do it this way because I'm bending down that way. So I'm going to be taking this the opposite way. So I was pulling it this way before. Now I'm going to be pulling it this way this time around. That's pretty cute. And you don't have to make them perfectly even. Like this one, we could, though, if you're a little bit pickier. Like if you go up to curve here, it's 8.84. Is that correct, Becca?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go down here, we could go to curve.
I mean, negative.
And then negative
8.84.
8.84. Nope. So if you want it to be exactly even, you can totally do that. So that's something else you could do. Or you could just kind of wing it and then see how it looks. And now since all this is wonky, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to select all these layers. So instead of clicking one after another, you can click and drag over all of it. And I'm going to go back up to this top bar here and click Align Center. No, I'm not. Align Center horizontally. And that's just going to kind of pull everything for me. And now if I want like this, my little Friends Forever here to come down a bit, I can make that come down or I can make it come up. Or if I want my Rach and Court to come up, it's really whatever you want to do. So I just love the fact that you can have this in Design Space with the embroidery hoop wreath, and you can see how you're doing it. So, Becca, do you have any other tips for them aside from you cannot do it on our, in an app? You kind of have to do it one word per text, or not one word per text box, the opposite. You have to do all your words in one text box.
Yeah, my only tip for curve text is more of a design tip, and I kind of touched on it Friday. So if you watched Friday, you already heard. But when you're curving text with just like two words, just make sure to not curve it too much so that it looks pointy and odd. You want it to have that good curved look.
Yeah.
So Rachel, take that Friends Forever, either one of them, and then curve it too much so that they can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
See how it's starting to look pointy and weird in the middle? You definitely don't want that. So just keep that in mind when you're curving. That's a great tip.
Yeah. It's kind of like the same rule whenever you are kerning.
Yeah.
Because you guys can do overkill. Or if you have like if you have your SVG here, like let's duplicate this guy one more time and bring him down here. If you wanted to make him a certain size and you want to unlock this text box, you can distort him too much to where if you're looking at that, you're barely going to be able to tell what that is. If you wanted to fit on a frame and you squeeze him like that, you ain't going to know what that is. Same doing it this way. If you do it too far, you're not going to know what that is. So you have to be careful about, being intentional in Design Space and things like that. So again, curve text is super easy. It's a very easy thing to do. It's kind of like Cricut will either let you do it or it won't. And sometimes there's some Cricut fonts that you guys can get, and they don't have enough space in the middle to be able to kern, or I guess another great tip is that it really doesn't look good to kern script fonts, because script fonts you guys have to I didn't mean kern. You can't curve script fonts because you have to kern them. So you do have to ungroup them or use the letter spacing tool there, and they just don't end up looking great. So you kind of need to stick with the simpler fonts like this. So we chose this font, which was Monkey Say, and again, this is what it looks like, not capitalized, which is good. And I think I might have missed a question. I think someone said... or maybe Becca answered it.
The maker.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Becca's on it. Good thing. Okay. So once you have this how you want it, guys, it's not so important to make sure that it's perfectly centered in this circle. You just want to make sure you like it, how it is. So I'm going to, I guess unkern is the word. I'm going to unkern this just a hair just to make it. What was this one again? This one was...
8.84.
8.84. At least Becca can remember something. I cannot. Okay. Let's go over here. 8.84. 8.84. Enter. There we go. So now, you guys can kind of make this the way you want it. So I'm going to scoot this down, okay? I'm going to take all of this, and I'm going to align center horizontally, and I want to make sure I like it. Like, you guys can get super picky if you want this... Rachel cord up a little. You can make that go up a little, and then you can bring this back in and see how you like that. I mean, it's all about just what you want to do. You can kern it more. You can make this pinky promise bigger. It's really just whatever you want to do. But once you're satisfied with it, that's when you can go ahead and attach that together and click make it. So what I mean by that is we don't need our circle anymore. So if it's highlighted over here on the right hand sidebar here, you can just delete that because we don't need that. So once you have this how you want it, you can go ahead and attach it. Now, attach isn't forever. You can absolutely detach. But if you weld something, it does stay forever. So once you have it like that, you can go ahead and click make it. So we have one over here all ready for us. So I'm going to go ahead and click that out. And this is not even attached. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that back. And now we can click make it and know that this is going to fit perfectly on our embroidery hoop. Sylvia asked a great question. When are you guys going to show leather projects like earrings? Well, Sylvia, it is like we have just
read your mind.
Read your mind, because Becca is scheduled for a leather earring live, I think in like 2 Fridays from now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not this Friday, but next Friday. So definitely stay tuned for that because that's awesome. Okay, here we go. We're going to press make it. Everything is sized. Everything is beautiful. We're going to be using HTV, so you guys know we have to mirror it. Anytime you use HTV, you have to mirror. So we're going to click mirror and then continue. And we're going to select our material now. Our blade is fine, so we're going to leave it on default pressure. We're just going to select everyday iron on here. And it's just going to tell us to load our material onto our mat. Make sure it's shiny side down. So Becca, I'm done in Design Space. You are free to grab your mouse again. I'm just going to apply my HTV right onto the mat here. So here is our standard grip Cricut mat. Here you can tell a big difference between the dull side and the shiny side. So I'm going to go over here and just apply this down. You guys don't even know. I've done this so much, but this took me so long when I first started out. Just being able to lay this on the mat just so took me a long time. So if you guys are looking at it and you're newbies and it takes you 5 or 6 tries to be able to get this all the way around well, it did me too. It's because we do this 85,000 times a day is the only reason we're any good at it. Practice makes perfect, guys, in every aspect. Becca, do you have any idea how far down this is? I don't remember how.
Let's see here.
I don't remember. I wanted to
do it to 7.
7? Okay.
7 by 6, and you'll be good.
7 by 6. Yay! Thanks, Becca.
You're welcome.
Just wanted to save us some iron on. So I took my True Control knife. This thing's great. And I just sliced out what we would be using. If you're a newbie, I would honestly not recommend it. Just leave.
You can slice it out after you cut it.
Yeah, slice it out after. We just leave this whole thing on. Leave the tail on here. It ain't going to hurt anybody. But if you're a beginner, just leave it on. You can always cut it after you're done or something like that. We wouldn't want you guys to have a craft fail. So we're just going to peel this extra up. And we've laid this shiny side down on our mat. And now I'm just going to go ahead and pop this in the machine and get it to cut in here.
Did you mention that you mirrored it?
Yes, I mirrored it. Absolutely, I did. Yep, mentioned it. And I'm just going to hit that flashing Cricut button whenever it prompts us to. Have I missed any more questions? The earring one was good. That was a good one.
No, I think you're caught up.
Let me see.
Caught up on the questions. Oh, what kind of paper are you working with? It's heat transfer vinyl.
Yes, Miss Mary, this is the HTV. So we're using heat transfer vinyl. So we have mirrored our image in Design Space. There is a shiny side and a dull side, and you want to always lay your iron on shiny side down because this shiny side is a transfer sheet, which is awesome. That's why you're going to pay a little bit more for HTV. And then once you're done weeding, it's backwards, which is why you have to mirror it. So that's a good little question. I'll wait until it's cut and then cut my HTV. Yes. You are, Vicky. That is probably the best way to save material. Really, either way is tricky for beginners. If you already have it cut, it's hard to see your cut lines. So it's hard to cut when it's already cut on the Cricut. Cutting before is fine too. You just run the risk of not having enough material. So really, pick your poison kind is what we're saying. Yeah, just
Katrina said, any tips on how to get regular copy paper to cut better? I put it on my blue mat and use a fine point blade and select copy paper, but when it's cutting, it just tears it up. Which is probably a good sign. Like, did you put a new blade in?
Yeah.
You might need a new blade, or take like a aluminum foil ball and kind of just stab the blade into it. I'm hearing good things about it sharpening that way.
Yeah, make sure there's nothing stuck on your blade. Make sure there's no glitter or dust or anything on your actual fine point blade.
Because copy paper does cut really well on there. Like, when everything is good and normal, it should be great.
True.
All of my crafts are craft fails. Oh no, Melanie. That is so disheartening.
You can't have that
And I'm not
attitude.
laughing at you because I feel sympathy for you.
Yeah. Listen, we all have craft fails.
So many craft fails.
Yeah, we all have craft fails. But you have to craft to get better. Like, you have to go through the fails to get better. So don't have that attitude about it, Melanie. You got this. Just keep crafting. And you're not gonna have fails. I see posts on there which
when you experience the success of a successful craft, it like fuels you.
Yes, it will project you to do more.
You can do it.
I totally promise you guys will do great. So while this is cutting, guys, I'm gonna preheat the baby peanut here. I'm going to preheat them to the second setting, which is around about 350 in Cricut terms, I guess. The first one should be 300 to 350 and 400, but some things that I've learned is this guy is double ceramic coated and also dirty, so I'm just going to, while that's heating up on my hand, I'm just going to kind of scrape that off really quick. He is double ceramic coated, so he'll slide easy. And the temperature is also a little bit wonky on him, which is why I say roundabout, because Cricut is so smart to anticipate that you will be moving it around. So I think I don't work for Cricut. I think it makes it a little bit hotter because it's anticipating you moving it around and it's trying to make up for that lost heat, which totally makes sense. So it is 350 if you do the project for 30 seconds, round and around, something like that. So that's just Rachel tips, I guess. I don't know.
Marianne said, can you set the cut to vellum paper to cut copy paper?
I mean, you can set the material to whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a new blade and your maker tends to cut sort of heavy-handedly, then you might cut your mat. But
right.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're done. We're done. I can see my cut lines. You absolutely cannot. I'm going to be using a weeder tool and our pen tool here. I think I just broke our pen tool.
Oh, no.
Oh, fixed it. Okay.
That's a lifetime warranty.
I was about to say it's okay. I can take it back. It's fine.
Tasha said, is it good to buy a Cricut bundle or just a machine and practice first before buying all types of materials?
Depends on the deal, I think.
Yeah, it does. But I will say, I've seen bundles, and when I look at them, I'm like, I would never use it. It had like 20 sheets of glitter HTV in it.
Oh, okay.
I personally wouldn't use those.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe like if
I guess it depends on what it includes.
Yeah, if you see one that you like that you think you're going to be using a lot of, or I don't know, I think I'm kind of like Becca. I don't know. I feel like if you're just starting out with Cricut, you don't know what you like.
Exactly.
So if you buy a bundle with 20 sheets of something, you're not going to know if you love cardstock or vinyl or HTV better. You have to use those things to find out. So maybe getting a little bit of everything would be good, but in the same breath, maybe you could find stuff cheaper to practice on, because a lot of times I like to preach that if you're brand new, don't sink a lot of money into really great, like, next level t-shirts if you're just starting out, because you might have some craft fails. So get the Gildan, 3 for $10 shirts to practice on. Mm-hmm. So don't invest too much when you're learning. So I don't know. I mean,
another thing that you can look into, if you could find like a really good deal on the actual Cricut, then you can purchase a bundle that doesn't include, like, it just has like your weeding tools and some vinyls and things like that separately. So you can get those like smaller bundles that don't include a machine.
That's good.
Yeah.
And guys, I'm going really slow. I'm going to come on in here with my camera so you guys can see what I'm doing,
because those are fun.
These are tiny letters. So listen, guys. I know it's so tempting to weed this up so quickly, but look, our R's already come up on us. Just be super careful with this. You got to go slow. I feel like I'm taking off. I am, look.
Dina says, I have a 9x9 Easy Press. Should I get the mini? Yeah.
We love our mini here.
And you can do different things with it. Like, obviously, you can do smaller projects, but I've done even some like framed projects, and the vinyl went almost all the way to the edge of the inside of the frame. So if I were using my 9x9 or any of them, it's really hard to get into those corners. But with the mini, super easy. So they're $49, which tool that you can get with Cricut. So I feel like, yeah, you should get it.
I agree. I love our baby. So guys, I've done this part super slow, lost a couple letters. You guys were watching me as you were hearing Becca preach about our baby Easy Press. So I'm going in here as we go. It sounds crazy, but this is what I do when I get overwhelmed and I'm kind of tired of peeling. I'll start picking at the insides of my letters and just go from there. There's no point in getting overwhelmed if you don't have to. Just go slow, take it slow, do whatever you need to do. So it looks like we've got all our things here, so we're going to continue to go slow because all we have is little tiny lines here. So we're just going to go slow. I'll give one side a little bit more attention here.
Rachel, I'm glad you're doing that project, not me.
Are you, Becca?
Yeah, you know I like to pull that stuff off fast.
I know. That's why I'm telling you guys not to do that. Don't pull it up fast today. Not today. And it's hard to try and catch if your letters are all here, to be quite honest, because they're backwards. So, you know, just like try and think through it and go really, really slow and make sure that you've got all your letters here. So it looks like we're doing well. So I'm just going to keep going super slow. I don't want to pull any out now. And guys, the first time when I did this, my little E and friends popped off and I had to recut an E. So that's why this time
Just the E.
But listen, guys, I did that so that you guys could have tips. That's totally why I did that. Okay. Okay. Holding my breath, guys. Holding my breath.
And guys, could you imagine if this were regular vinyl?
No, don't.
Ugh.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Save yourself a lot of grief.
Okay. Yay, so we got the majority done. So here's how we're looking. So I've got my pen tool, which is the best tool ever. And I'm pulling out the insides of this guy up at the top.
Make sure you don't leave those, Rachel.
Can't leave them.
No, just like laying there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Aha. Okay.
We had a viewer the other day who did not love
Sherry, I think.
the distracting pile of vinyl trash.
She said this trash me like this.
It made her so happy.
It was like a little pile like
and I'm
this.
so happy to make her happy.
Yes. I won't leave. Look, I already
What
got rid
you
of
don't
them.
know is Rachel just raked it into the floor.
I always sweep after these lives. It's fine. Maybe every other live if we're being completely honest. I'm brutally honest with you guys. So now I'm going to go in these little bitty areas that I can see kind of and pick up all this. There's a nail there. There's a finger. Another finger. Last finger.
Look how quick that was.
And it looks like there's one right there. And one right here for some reason, but not any of the others. Does he have one? Yep, he's cut.
All of them should. But you could have left that.
He
That would
don't.
have been cute.
He
What?
don't. Yep. Does this one? I'm going to get in here. Look at my roots, guys. Okay. Nope, he doesn't have one.
That is odd.
I didn't design it.
I didn't notice it though.
I'm just going with it, you know? So, this is what we're talking about, guys. So, it's backwards and it's a little bit frustrating, but it's got built-in transfer tape. So, when you peel it up, then it's right side. Looky there. How cute. Did I miss any questions while I was doing that?
Is that a pen? Is that pen an actual weeding tool?
It is. So this is the pen tool. You can get this from 651 Vinyl. They're really inexpensive and it has like a super sharp tip on it. And these things come with a lifetime warranty. They're absolutely amazing for getting into little places that this weeder just can't get in that well. So that's why I love using this guy. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to set this guy aside and bring in my embroidery hoop because I'm going to unhook it. When I say unhook, I just mean unscrew, detach. So now I'm going to cut a little piece of my very long curtain, question mark, and cut this out. So I'm just going to cut a bit off here. Cut a little bit extra so that you know. So like cut it and then lay it down is what I usually do. I'm no quilter or anything like that, so don't hate me for how I cut all this. And then I just make sure that I've got enough. And then cut it. So we're done with him. So now what we're going to do, guys, first, because I can't take it, is iron it just a little bit. Not like he needs it that bad. Because he does. He needs it. So I'm going to iron him. And Becca's dropped that pen tool link. Yes, guys.
Sure did.
Go get your pen tools. They're good. And guys, the links to our favorite craft products that we use most often during the lives are in the description of just about every video. So definitely keep that in mind. So now, guys, I'm going to lay this down. Some people will go ahead and iron this on just like that, okay? And that's totally fine, okay? You can do that. This is a total to each their own. The only problem that I personally have with that is I find myself spending way too much time trying to make sure that it's perfectly in the center. So I have developed just a little bitty hack, and it, you know, for all those of you who still want to do it that way, totally fine. So I've developed a little hack to be able to do that afterwards just fine. So we're going to iron it on after. So once it's on there, I'm actually going to take this and pull the sides a little bit. I just want to make sure this in there good and tight, and we're going to need it good and tight for ironing on, because we are going to iron on this guy. So I'm just kind of going around holding it with my fingers and pulling it. I have no idea if this is what you're supposed to do with material like this, but hey, I'm doing it.
Tasha, it's kind of like a homespun almost, the material is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once you have it how you like it, go ahead and tighten this back up. And Becca was using pliers for a cool video that you guys are going to absolutely pass
Because my
out.
fingernails were way too long and I couldn't
Oh, no, I just meant that's a good hack. I wasn't, no hate intended there. So
I felt like an invalid though.
No, you're like, oh, the nails. Guys, I don't know how girls like have nails that are this long.
No, I can't handle it.
But then their like faces are full of makeup and stuff, and I'm like, how did you put makeup on with those? Like, how do you wipe?
How do you wear a contact?
See?
Like,
See, it's just the normal things. How do you just, yeah.
I got those cut, yeah. Had to cut them off.
I know. So, okay, now we got some scissors again. And Sherry, I read your comment. I don't know. I don't know where the fabric scissors are.
I looked for them the other day. We have like 3 or 4 pairs, and I
they're
can
good
never find them.
Fiskars ones.
I think Courtney hides them from us.
You think?
I think
Maybe.
so.
She might.
Yeah, I got a good pair when I started here. When I made that pillow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just cutting this off, guys. I'm cutting it really, really close here to make sure that I can't see it from the front. And it might not have been wise to do this because I realized that after ironing it on, you might want to tighten it a little more. But we're just going to go on the fly today and hope that that doesn't happen. So, cut it close, guys, because you don't want to be able to see it.
How do you know when to use HTV versus regular vinyl?
That's a good question. Becca, you want to take a crack at that one?
Sure. My motto is use HTV on everything.
Everything you possibly can. I knew I shouldn't have let Becca answer that one.
Because I much prefer to weed it. I feel like it stays longer. It is more expensive depending on where you get it, but I just feel like it goes on more smoothly.
She's not wrong.
I'm going to be honest. I hate weeding regular vinyl.
She's not
Tanner
wrong.
and Rachel are so good at it. I'm just...
Practice, Becca. You'll not be good at it if you never use it.
Oh, well.
She's
as long
like,
as
fine.
HTV is in my life. No, so any type of surface that has like a fiber in it, so shirts, cottons, totes, things like that, you can definitely use HTV with, because the adhesive in the HTV, when it's heated up, it grabs onto those fibers and it stays really well.
Amen.
You can definitely use HTV on wood, on like picture canvases. Goodness gracious, Rachel, what else do we use it on that doesn't seem normal?
I've put HTV on a metal cup before.
Uh-huh.
We use HTV on paper a lot. Did you mention
Oh,
paper?
yeah. No, I didn't, but I did it on cardstock the other day, and I really liked it. Especially glitter HTV, because, like, glitter vinyl, like, as badly as I hate regular vinyl, glitter vinyl is even worse. But glitter
True.
HTV is easier, so that's why I used it on the cardstock.
I do like glitter HTV.
Glitter
vinyl is the devil, Sherry.
It's the devil. It really
It's
is.
terrible. Blakey, are you upstairs?
Blake Long.
He said, I love this project. Blakey, stomp really hard if you're upstairs so I know, because I'm like, who is in Tanner's house?
Do I have to have it heat pressed to use HTV? Alexis, you don't have to have one. No, you can definitely use your everyday iron, but it is easier.
Yeah.
Like an easy press will heat more evenly than an everyday iron does. So,
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. And Ashley, where do you get your vinyl for a cheaper price? 651 Vinyl is where we love that. Oh, yeah, there he goes. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Hi, Blakey. I'm glad you're here.
Blake's here.
I thought the ceiling was going to fall down. Okay. Can you use regular vinyl for t-shirts? You cannot, Laura. You have to use heat transfer vinyl at least. And it does not get ruined in your washer and dryer. HTV does not. So
regular vinyl would just peel right off.
Yeah, it's for like slick surfaces, like any metal picture frames, metal signs, chalkboard, cups, things like that, which is great. Okay. No, ma'am, I did not miss this. It did not have it. That's the way the file is. I don't know why. What do you say? Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, it wasn't me. But
have you ever used HTV on thin wrapping paper? I haven't.
Oh, Sharon, I haven't. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you're using it for a present, honey, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, that gives a good touch, but someone might throw it away. Now, personally, when I receive a gift, I keep the bag and my wrapping paper because I'm a hoarder and I could use it for other things. So I always take it and use it. But most people just throw it away. So all I'm saying is don't put a lot of HTV on wrapping paper if you give it to a friend who you know they'll throw it away, because that's sad. Reuse that. Okay. Mary said, I thought Motown had an earthquake from Blake stomping. Oh, that's hysterical. How do you put HTV on a cup? Ashley, we have a great video on how to put HTV on a tumbler if you'd like to go see it. Okay, we're going to get going, guys. Okay. Another perk to having the material on there before you have your HTV is so you can line it up with the center of this little guy. So here's the top of the embroidery hoop. I like to line it up with the top, and I know that my end is right, or should be right in the center there. So I'm just going to line this up just like so. Becca, what do we think of this?
Well, I'm trying to find that link, and I'm thrown off because your hair is brown in this video.
Oh my gosh, my hair has been... I don't know who told me that was a good idea, but it was not. I am blonde.
I think it needs to go to the right a little bit.
Okay. Tell me when, Becca.
It's probably good, and maybe down just a tiny bit.
Okay, look at Becca. This is... I'm not even doing anything. How's this?
It looks good. It's easier to see it from my perspective, though. Than
it is. It's very true. Okay. Okay, this is great. Okay. Now, guys, once you have this and you like where it's at, we're going to take our folded up t-shirt. I folded it up nice and pretty. And we're going to take it and kind of make it kind of in like a circle-ish shape, you know. And now we're going to lay it down here. Curve in these sides here, do the best we can, and then we're going to lay this guy here, okay? And this is going to give us plenty of stability to be able to really get in there with our baby easy press and weed this out. So here's our baby easy press little peanut here, and we're just going to lay this down, and I'm going to take peanut and I'm just going to go for it, and I'm going to apply really, really light pressure all over, and then I'm going to give certain areas more attention of mine. So I'm going to go through here, and then I'm just going to hold it for a bit. Just going to go around. Now, the reason why I'm holding this and not moving it around like it's supposed to be is just because I'm not wanting to put a ton of pressure on here, because I don't want to loosen this fabric and then make it all weird. So I'm just going to kind of hold it here and hope that this adheres as well as it possibly can. So I'm just going to hold it, move it around. It's still on green. One thing I love about this baby is that it does not lose heat very easily. Whereas the larger easy presses with the larger heating plate, do not do well with long exposures outside the cradle. They lose heat very, very quickly. Yeah, Blakey's definitely upstairs. I can hear him. And guys, I noticed now that this mic that we've been using, which for the record has been a great mic.
I love that mic.
It's not a complaint per se. It's just something that I should not do. I try and multitask whenever I film videos, so I'm typing on my computer where Becca's at. And with this very sensitive mic, you can hear it. You can hear me tippity-tapping on my computer. So now I'm like, oh dang, I need to stop doing that. So if in the next month or so, you guys hear lots of videos with me in the background just typing away, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop doing it. Swear. So now I'm just going to be letting this cool for a bit. Now you guys saw how long I hit that. Maybe a minute, maybe a little more than a minute. Time stops when you're crafting up, in my opinion. So once this is a little bit cooler, we're going to just start from a corner and we're going to be so slow. Just like when we were weeding, these are such thin letters. If you peel it up wrong and it comes up and it stretches, you'll never get it laid down good. But one thing I love is that this font is already a little quirky. So if it's not perfect, there's no big deal. So I'm going to bring you guys in close, okay? Now I'm going to start with the friends here and go super slowly. Okay, friends looks good. Move over here, do forever. Looks good. I'm going to go very slow up here. This is going great, guys. And if we found something, like let's say that nail was, coming up with us, we're just going to lay this down and apply this right back to the area, okay? So there's no need to do the whole thing over again. Just do concentrated areas after your first big reveal here. Go super slow. Good. And the reason why you don't want to do this all at once, you want to work area by area, is because it's really hard to keep your eye on all the areas. So if you're starting slow and you're going around, it's a lot easier to keep your eye on the different little fonts and things that you've got going on. Okay, look over here. Look who I've lost right here. I'm going to lay it back down. And this peeled up one way, but it didn't peel up the other. Hope you guys noticed how odd that is. You can give that a little bit of heat there.
Does the baby Easy Press not require a Teflon sheet?
No Easy Press requires a Teflon sheet. The only reason we use a Teflon sheet is if we ever want to. Actually, you never have to use a Teflon sheet. The reason we do sometimes is because we like to do of course a couple live projects. Let's say if we're staining a clock, okay, we'll stain it on camera, and if we want to go ahead and iron on the same clock that we haven't pre-stained, so like let's say it's not fully dry, then we love to use that Teflon sheet as like a barrier. Or let's say that our hands right here were a different color than Court and Rach. If we removed this from Court and Rach, and then we had our hands left and we're going to do the hand layer, well, Court and Rach would be totally open to this heat plate touching right on that HTV, and we don't want that. So if you already threw your protective sheet away, then that's when you would need your Teflon sheet to lay there to act as a barrier, because you never want, I say like naked, you never want naked HTV touching the heat plate by itself. So that is.
Do you recommend washing the fabric before applying HTV? You should, especially if it's cotton and you intend to dry it. And the reason is, if there's going to be any shrinkage, like after you dry it, you want that to happen before you put the HTV on. Yeah. Because if you put the HTV on, wash it, dry it, and then it shrinks, then it's going to like pucker and look odd.
Guys, it's devastating, okay? It's happened to the best of us. You can buy your shirts pre-washed if you want to. Some brands have that. I personally don't pre-wash like terry cloth flour sack towels that I'm going to know is going to be decorative. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to wash every material. Like I wouldn't wash this, of course, because we're not going to be throwing this in the washing machine. The reason we preach to pre-wash is because mostly we're using shirts and tote bags that might need a cleaning every now and again and things like that. And if you ever throw them in the dryer, just like Becca said, it'll shrink because there's cotton in there, but the HTV will not shrink with that cotton. So then it's gonna, just like she said, look all puckered and bunched up and stuff. It's not a cute look, okay? But it's happened to the best of us. It's totally fine. But guys, I peeled that up and it looks amazing. Let's see.
Patricia, yes, you could definitely use this design with Cricut Infusible ink. I will, however, say, because it is so thin, Infusible ink is difficult to weed just because of how thick it is. So it's going to be more difficult to weed with how thin the font is. So doable, yes, absolutely, but it just tedious.
Yeah, like, I mean, when you guys use Infusible ink, I usually use it on things that are bigger and things like that. This is just my opinion. I would not use Infusible ink on this because Infusible ink's expensive and you'd be wasting all of this Infusible ink. And it doesn't grow on trees. And if you're never washing this or anything like that, honestly, your eye would not notice if this was HTV or Infusible ink. So, can you? Yes. Would I? No. That might not be the whole MGL opinion, but it's definitely Rachel's.
Miss Marianne, you should not use fabric softeners with HTV because it removes the adhesive and it can cause your transfer to peel off.
Yeah. Absolutely. No fabric softener. And I would honestly not recommend washing your shirts too often. Maybe you wear it once a week or something like that. I'm just going to be real. There was a shirt in 2017 that we made, and it said, be kind first, ask questions later, or something like that. And it had pink HTV on it, and I wore it the entire summer. It is the only shirt. I had like 2 shirts, and that was one of them, and I wore it all. I wore it to my own my wedding shower. Not my wedding shower, but like my little bridal party at my grandparents' house at their farm. It was hilarious, and I look back at it now and I'm like, why in God's name would I wear that? But it's because I was obsessed with it, and I washed it too often, and now it's peeling up 2 years later because I probably washed it twice a week.
Make another one.
Yeah, I could make another one. There's just so many memories tied to it now. My dang wedding shower, Becca. I mean,
then make a pillow out of it and move on.
Now it's sentimental. Oh gosh, it was crazy. I don't know why I wore it so often. Yeah, okay. So guys, this was super fun. Now we have 2 of them, which means I'm going to steal one, especially because it says Court and Rach Friends Forever.
We should put it in Courtney's house somewhere. We could decorate with it.
We
Surprise
should.
her when she gets back.
It's so cute. She would love that, I feel like. No, she'd
So
jerk
funny.
it down and burn it. No, I'm joking. Courtney loves me.
So that font is super cute. I love it.
Yes, this is Monkey Say. It's really cute. I love the way that it looks. And it's kind of imperfect. You guys can see that the actual font style is a little bit funky just a hair.
Yeah.
Like it's not super precise like
That's why I like it.
Like Ray Dunn is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it complements it well. This was a Courtney project, okay? She created this. And I just carried it out. But she is the mastermind behind it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Adorable.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely, guys.
So did you guys have any questions about our memberships? And because these fonts are only included with our yearly membership.
They are. And Becca, I would love to switch screens for a minute and show them, just anything like that if they have a question about the membership or anything like that. I'm a very visual learner, guys, so I love to lay it out for you all. So just to lay it out, we're here to help you guys. We want to make sure that you guys craft the best of your abilities, and we talk about our best value yearly membership because it is the best, guys. It comes with, we need to update this, 250 fonts, and then we add more every single month. It comes with that commercial license and free e-courses, guys, that we talked about, helping you guys master your machine, design space, and how to build a business through die cutting. You can see some cut files that we're loving, some awesome little videos here. You can see all of the membership tiers that we offer here. You can see the price difference, guys, and then you can see the value go up. So we do have a monthly, we have a 6-month, and we have a yearly, and the yearly is cheaper and better, guys. So we do, of course, try to get you guys to save the most money as we can. So what is included? We have files every single month, and this is included for every membership tier. We have exclusive Facebook groups that are amazing. It's like a community over there, guys. There's like 4,700 members in that Facebook group, and it's like a little community. It's absolutely awesome. We have full project tutorials, and then down here it says every membership tier gets this free Cricut printable guide like we talked about. So that's great. So whether you're a beginner or you're advanced, no matter what project tier you or membership tier you have, you can get your printable guides. We have some FAQs, which who doesn't like some FAQs? And then we have some more awesome visual ways that you guys can see our best deal. Here are those 3 free e-courses that I was talking about. And here's probably my favorite little way to break down the membership, because you can see visually all the amazing scissors that you gain being a yearly membership versus monthly or 6-month. So, and you see the scissors go up and the price go down, guys. It's amazing. It is a great membership. You guys will absolutely adore it. We are just here to get you guys to craft better, and that's what we're here to do. Absolutely. Well, Becca, I'm done. You can take that back. I'm done with my little spiel.
We got it.
But guys, what do we think? These are adorable. Absolutely love it. You guys can make this too with Makers Gonna Learn. However, only yearly members get access to the font. So sadly, this is a yearly member only project, actually. Now, of course, our other members do get access to the cut files. And there are a lot of pretty quotes and things like that on the cut files. And all of our cut files are absolutely beautiful. We have some hand lettered, hand drawn ones in there that are absolutely gorgeous. We love them. We have fonts and cut files launching almost every single week. I mean, we just throw them at you. We have one collection of curated cut files that Courtney and our developers create with trend spotting and making sure that they're exactly what you need for the time of year. And then every month we also have a Maker's Choice collection, which basically is all of your guys' opinions and needs when it comes to cut files, because we want to make you all happy. So that's where like the occupation ones will come in, all the sports ones will come in, and things like that, which is really, really nice. So guys, I mean, this was adorable. We didn't use that much HTV. I hope that you guys liked the little tip about ironing on after you already apply your fabric. I did that on both of these just because I wanted to skip the drama, guys. If you guys are nervous about doing it this way, definitely do it the other way. It could be a lot easier, in your opinion, to line it up. But I know that I wanted this on the top and I wanted to make sure it was centered. And I didn't want to have to worry with the hassle. So I just spent maybe a little extra time applying the HTV. And I think that it really turned out really good. I think these are really cute. You could do these with all kinds of different fonts. Again, this font was Monkey Say. It is a newer font, which is really cute. I use iPad Pro. How do I curve? You cannot curve text on the iPad,
unless you use a third party.
Unless you use a third party. Yes, Becca found an app if you wanted to rewind, unless Becca's got it handy. It was like Fanta.
How did I already forget that?
It's okay. Fonta, I think, is what it was.
Here it is. Give me a minute.
Fonto,
correct. Fonto. P-H-O-N-T-O. Fonto.
So, that is a little workaround to where it's like a third-party app. So, you download that app, curve it, upload it back in Design Space. So, there are little workarounds, which is really, really good. You can probably do it with infusible ink markers instead of the transfer sheets. You could do that if you want to. Yeah, sure. So, guys, I had so much fun doing this. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. And I hope that you learned something and that you're a more confident crafter after today's live, because that is my goal every time that I get behind this camera. Or I guess in front of. I'm usually behind the camera, but I guess in front of. I love teaching you guys new awesome things, and I hope that you had a good time. Becca, anything you want to add?
I think we're good.
Are we good? Well, guys.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful,
it's almost go time.
Wonderful Monday.
Yes. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Becca's going to be here making a really fun live for you guys, so I can't wait for you guys to
filling in for Tanner while he lives it up in Mexico.
Oh, I bet he's just struggling over there.
Well, he did message right before we went live and said, I'm getting ready to have a massage and a facial.
He's...
Okay.
He's getting ready.
Have fun with that.
He's been sending us pictures of his food. Oh, he's so suffering. He's full of crap. I love him.
We're so glad
he's having fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see you back here tomorrow, guys. See ya.